right here. So now they're praying to the Most High. So what did the Most High do? He looked at the righteous man that was in the earth and said, okay, it's time to get Enoch. Okay. It's time to get Enoch. What we're going to do is we're going to have the son of, we're going to have Noah get prepared that ark, and we're going to have Enoch prepared to judge these fallen angels. Now, let's see the judgment of so-called Azazel. Let's get that judgment of Azazel. Chapter 10, and let's start at the first verse.
Enoch chapter 10 verse 1. Then said the Most High, the Holy and Great One spake, and sent Uriel to the son of Lamech.
Now this is when Enoch was translated before the Father. Read.
And said to him, Go to Noah and tell him in my name.
Go to Noah and tell him in my name.
Hide thyself, and reveal to him the end that is approaching, that the whole earth will be destroyed, that a deluge is about to come upon the whole earth, and will destroy all that is on it. And now instruct him that he may escape, and his seed may be preserved for all the generations of the world.
So this is what happened. This is the conversation in the heavenly realm before the Most High sent the angel to warn Noah, to tell Noah to prepare a way to hide himself, which was the ark and his family. Read.
And again, the Most High said to Raphael.
Then he said to Raphael, Rapaya Allah, go ahead.
Bind Azazel, hand and foot.
Bind Azazel, hand and foot.
And cast him into the darkness.
And cast him into the darkness.
And make an opening in the desert.
And make an opening in the desert.
Which is in Dudael.
Which is in Dudael.
And cast him therein.
And cast him therein. Go ahead.
And place upon him rough and jagged rocks. And cover him with darkness. And let him abide there forever.
And let him abide there forever. Go ahead.
And cover his face, that he may not see light. And on the day of the great judgment he shall be cast into the fire, and heal the earth which the angels have corrupted, and proclaim the healing of the earth.
Go ahead.
That they heal the plague, and that all the children of men may not perish through all the secret things that the watchers have disclosed and have taught their sons.
Go ahead.
And the whole earth has been corrupted through the works that were taught by Azazel.
Read it again.
And the whole earth has been corrupted through the works that were taught by Azazel.
The whole earth have been corrupted by what was taught through Azazel. Azazel taught the war and the evil. Okay? Now I have a document right here. It talks about the Giza plant and what's going on with the Great Pyramid. Also, I've seen documents to show that at the bottom of the Great Pyramid, at the top, the same distance from the top to the bottom, there's a rock slid in place that no one can move. There's a tunnel there and no one can move it. The desert Dudael is where the Great Pyramid Giza is. And see, and that's why, till this day, the all-seeing eye on their money is showing the Great Pyramid. It was the only pyramid that was built before the flood. Pithom and Ramesses were built after the flood, but not the Great Pyramid Giza. That's where Azazel is. Okay? So when your diplomats and all that be coming to Egypt, and they did come to Egypt not too long ago, they had a big meeting at the pyramid and it was closed down so that no one can come through. It was closed down for all the high illuminists. They were actually worshiping Azazel. Alright? Now let's see what came of the Nephilim. This leads us to the key part of this lesson. Let's go into the judgment of their children. The Most High told Enoch what would happen to their children. Now, When the fallen angels understood, you can read this on your own, but when the fallen angels understood that the Most High would eventually judge them, they asked Enoch to petition. They petitioned Enoch to go before the Father to ask for mercy and entrance back into the heavenly realm. The Most High said no. He says, listen, how can they send you before me when I sent them to minister to you? I sent them to you. So how could they in turn use you to come to me? He says no. He will not let them back in. A matter of fact, he's going to punish them and he's going to bound them in Hades. And their children, I'll tell you what's going to happen to their children. Now this is the origin of demons or spirits. Before this, there were no such thing as demons. Okay, we all talk about demons and see how Christ cast out the spirits, and we're going to talk about that in a moment. The influence they have, what they do, and how when someone is so-called possessed, we know the stories, but yet we don't know the origin of it. We see the Catholic Church always coming through. You notice the Catholic Church is in all these particular movies linked to these so-called demons, and you think they're casting them out, when really they're telling you, listen, they're together. They're all together. Christ wasn't performing exorcisms. Christ was casting demons out. Exorcisms is an agreement with the spirit. Another demon agrees to go against that demon in that person, but eventually the higher demon can go in. So you think it's a miracle, but that person still can get it if they don't find Christ, if they don't find Yeshua. Exorcisms is an agreement between two spirits. Casting out spirits is getting rid of them all together. Those are the two differences. Okay? Now, let's go into the book of Enoch and show the judgment.
Enoch chapter 15 verse 1.
We're in Enoch 15 and 1. Read.
And he answered and said to me, and I heard his voice, Fear not, Enoch, thou righteous man and scribe of righteousness. Approach hither and hear my voice, and go say to the watchers of heaven, who have sent thee to intercede for them. You should not intercede for men. You should intercede for men, and not men for you.
So you're not supposed to be sending men to me. You're supposed to be going to tell men what I say. But the angels were afraid, and they knew that Enoch was righteous, so they asked Enoch to petition the Most High for them. And see, that's another problem that the fallen spirits that control your governments, that's another problem they have with the Most High's creation, us, is that we get second chances. We get third chances. We get our whole life to come to the Most High. But they only have once to go against the Most High because they're made eternal. There's no excuse for them. They're made eternal. There's no business. They don't have no business having children. Why? Because we need children to continue after we're gone. Angels don't need that. They're eternal already. So let's see the judgment on their children. Read.
Wherefore have ye left the high, holy, and eternal heaven, and lain with women?
You laid with women,
and defiled yourselves with the daughters of men, and taken to yourselves wives, and done like the children of earth, and begotten giants as your sons. And though ye were holy, spiritual, living the eternal life, ye have defiled yourselves with the blood of women, and have begotten children with the blood of flesh. As the children of men have lusted after flesh and blood, as those also do who die and perish. Therefore have I given them wives also, that they might impregnate them, and beget children by them, and thus nothing might be wanting to them on earth. But ye were formerly spiritual, living the eternal life, and immortal for all generations of the world. And therefore I have not appointed wives for you.
Go ahead.
For as for the spiritual ones of the heaven, in heaven is their dwelling.
Go ahead.
And now the giants who are produced from the spirits and flesh.
Now the giants who were produced from the giants and flesh. Read.